Thank you very much.
It's Kaufman is Alive. I look at comic books new and old. Today I'm looking at all the new comic books I picked up at the comic book shop today. This is always my favorite video to do every week. So thanks for clicking on the video. I haven't flipped through any of these comic books yet. I just picked them up at the comic book shop today and brought them home. And we'll flip through them together for the first time here. So you'll kind of get just my initial thoughts on everything. So first one I got today was Uncanny X-Men number 8. It's Legacy number 708, if you're into that sort of thing. Got Gail Simone as the writer. Javier Garrón is on artwork on this issue. David Marquez is on the cover. Really cool looking cover here. Got the former X-Mansion in the background. It's now known as the Graymalkin Prison. Got all the X-Men here. Both teams, Cyclops and Rogue's team, including all the new X-Men, a part of Rogue's team. You know what? I think Marvel always needs to be introducing new characters, which is something they don't do a lot of. They just make lots of derivatives. So I really appreciate in this book, Uncanny X-Men, they've been introducing lots of new mutants, lots of new characters. And it's kind of a catch-22 though, because I feel like with X-Men specifically, there are already like so many mutants and so many characters that have already been introduced that are hardly ever used. And here we are getting a whole bunch of new mutants introduced. So, you know, I like it, but at the same time, there's lots of other mutants I'd still like to see used. But some cool artwork in here. I really like this double splash page here right at the beginning. Got the title, Raid on Graymalkin, Part 4, finale there. They're being attacked by this character named Scurvy, who's this ultra-powerful telepath here. Looks like some really interesting page layouts in this book. I like this splash page too. Looks like Xavier's trying to do some battle against this guy named Scurvy. Nice ab plate there on Cyclops. I've done reviews of every issue so far of Uncanny X-Men and the Adjectiveless X-Men book. So go back on my channel, check those out if you haven't already. Get my overall thoughts on the current X-Men line. I think it's pretty good. It's not bad. I think they're telling some solid X-Men stories here. That Juggernaut face. I don't really like this Dr. Ellis character, though. I've said before, I think she's pretty generic. Doesn't seem to be a whole lot of depth to her. But this Inmate X, too, is a big part of this storyline. And we thought it was at the end of the last issue that Professor X was Inmate X, and we learned that he's not. So looks like there's a lot going on here at the end of this book. Definitely interested to see what's going on here, what the big conclusion is. Looks like we got Cyclops blasting at Rogue, so yeah, I wonder where this will leave the X-Men teams when we finish this issue. So Uncanny X-Men number 8. This is a $4.99 book. The other Marvel book I picked up today was All New Venom number 2, Legacy number 241, if you're into that sort of thing. This was also a $4.99 book. Really awesome cover here by Adam Kubert. This is the main cover. I did see some variants at the shop today, but I really like this one, with all the AIM guys coming after this new Venom. We don't know who the host is of this symbiote. There's some candidates here who it could be, though, and they're all in the background of this opening splash page. Luke Cage, Madam Mask, Rick Jones, Robbie Robertson. I wouldn't be surprised if it turns out to be neither of those guys, honestly. So we got Al Ewing doing the writing here. Carlos Gomez is the artist. Basically, the whole last story of the first issue was just setting up the mystery of who this new Venom is. So even us, the reader, has no idea. Venom was going at it with AIM in the last issue. It looks like we got members of the jury here attacking Venom. I wasn't exactly too excited about this series. I did like the previous Venom series that led up to this. I felt like there was really, I mean, I guess there was a big conclusion in the Venom War, of course, with Meritus and all that. But I don't know. It just, that whole last Venom series just went on and on and on forever. Just to lead into this new Venom series. Kind of felt like a bit of a disappointment there, but. And like I said, I wasn't exactly excited about this whole new series, but it's been all right so far. The first issue wasn't bad. I kind of like the mystery aspect, and I like that we've got Dylan Brock still involved here trying to solve the mystery. He wants his symbiote back, basically. So I'm giving this series a chance, and definitely be coming out with a review of this soon. Really love the cover, though, by Adam Kubert. Then we got Absolute Batman, number 4. This was the only DC comic book I picked up today. Also a $4.99 comic book. Seems to be the new price point for a lot of comics is $4.99. So, not a big fan of that, obviously. Who would be? But we got Scott Snyder on writing duties here. I think we've got a different artist for this issue, it looks like. Definitely a different artist. I think this is being told in some sort of flashback scenario. Possibly the origins of our Absolute Batman here. Still haven't seen the credits. I don't know who the artist is on here. Was not expecting this style at all. This is not Nick Dragotta for sure. Let's see if we got who it is. It's Gabriel Hernandez Walta is the artist here. So he certainly has a unique style. It's kind of a cool splash page. Kinda. Love this cover though. Nick Dragotta cover. So I'll definitely be covering this book. I've done issues 1 through 3 already. I actually just yesterday came out with the review of issue 3, so go check that one out if you haven't yet. Absolute Batman, number 4 by DC Comics. Then I picked up a couple Image books, but they didn't come out this week. These were a few books that came out a couple weeks back. Finally got around to picking them up today. Got King Spawn number 40, $2.99 book. All the Spawn books are only $2.99, which is nice. I've been debating whether to drop King Spawn. It hasn't seemed to be very consequential to much that's been going on. But I've collected issues 1 through 39 so far. I figured I might as well just make it an even 40. See how this issue goes. If this issue really grabs me, maybe I'll come back for 41. But like I said, this has seemed like a pretty inconsequential Spawn book. Just another Spawn book. Yildiray Cinar is the artist here. I like his work. That's a cool looking Spawn face there. And we looks like we got some sort of Haunt Violator mashup on the last page attacking Spawn. Cool looking splash there. King Spawn number 40. And then I picked up G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero, number 312. I've also been collecting every issue of G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero since it got rebooted at issue number 301, when this title moved over from IDW to Image and Skybound. We got Chris Mooneyham doing the artwork here. He's doing a really awesome job. He's come back to this book after taking some months off. And the legendary Larry Hama doing the writing here. A couple really cool looking pages. I love the character designs in G.I. Joe. The ready-made conflict between Cobra and G.I. Joe. Always get some really great action stories in this book, so if you haven't been reading G.I. Joe, I highly recommend it. I've also picked up some of the Transformers issues too. I recommend all the Energon books. I really like what Robert Kirkman is doing over at Image and Skybound right now with the Transformers and G.I. Joe properties. Tying them all together, it's really a perfect fit. So, especially for kids of the 80s like me. And the artwork in here, like I said, is just terrific. This is not just a kid's book just because it says G.I. Joe. Don't be fooled. So, definitely wanted to swing back around and pick this one up. I still haven't picked up G.I. Joe number 2. And number 3 is going to be coming out soon. I haven't been able to find issue number 2. The new G.I. Joe series that's started by number 1. It's just called G.I. Joe as opposed to this one that's A Real American Hero. That one's been pretty popular. It's gotten rave reviews. I did do a review of that, so go check it out. Those are all the books I picked up today, though, so thanks again for watching. If you like videos like this, please like the video and consider subscribing to the channel. Doesn't cost you anything. Thanks again for watching. Go read comics.